Hi everyone, welcome to our second video. This video is going to be in English. There's a reason for that. We are going to talk to an expert in this video. In our earlier video, we discussed on our experience so far in Australia. This video is going to be an extension to that video, in which we would be discussing on one particular subject, and that would be a rental situation in Australia, particularly in New South Wales. This video becomes important to all those who want to come to Australia and then settle here. Finding a house is actually a very critical component as you land here. So I suggest you watch the video till the end. This is a very informative video.
In Australia, all properties are handled by property managers who are licensed professionals to do this job. So it could be buying, selling, or even renting are handled by these licensed professionals. So when we were doing this video, we thought we should speak to one such professional. So we reached out to Hussain Kabir in order to get more information. So let's hear it from horse's mouth.
Today we have Hussain Kabir. Hussain Kabir plays a very important role in our life because he came as a guardian angel into our life. On the third day of our landing in Australia, he kind of secured a house for us. Hussain, just introduce yourself, your experience in this industry, and how has it been so far to you?
Thank you, Pradeep, taking me in your show. And I like to say, everyone, this is Hussain Kabir, licensed real estate agent in Australia. So if you like to do any kinds of business in Australia, you need the proper licensing. So for real estate purpose, I got my own license. So we are doing property buying, selling, renting, and management property. And especially when Pradeep comes to me through his friend, I thought he needed a property to live in. And especially it is a puzzle situations when someone landed in Australia, they don't know actually what they like to do. So on that scenario, they are a bit confused and they don't know the basic requirements as well. So on that scenario, we are helping as much as possible for international students and locals as well, those need the properties.
Okay. So Hussain, I mean, in our situation, it was a special case because we had Mr. Harihara's recommendation, and then with that goodwill, you kind of gave us a good deal. Now, for anyone like us who is landing in Australia, I'm sure they would go to a hotel for some time and then they'll have to pick a suburb as well, because should that be near a Sydney area, Sydney CBD, or should that be in a suburb? If they have to start looking for a house, where should they start from?
Is my personal opinion for anyone whoever coming in Australia, definitely they decided for the job or the student. So first priority should be where is their job or where is their university. So they should focus on that university. The close transportation system is very important.
Correct.
Like any other country, maybe bus is the main transport system, but in Australia, New South Wales and Sydney, you can see the train is the main transportation.
Correct.
So on that basis, they can choose close to the train station, or those suburb got the train station. If they rent a property and close to the train station, it is easy for them to hop in and hop out for their jobs and other university as well. That is the first priority, will be the close location from university, then close locations from the train stations, and also overall that special suburb got any shopping center, medical center, post office, Centrelink, what is the everyday amenities services is available or not.
Okay.
If they choose that type of things, that is good. And especially when you go for close to the city, rent will be high. If you just go 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even though 45 minutes, like we are from 40 minutes away from Sydney CBD, Sydney center of the Sydney. So if we go another 40 minutes away from in here where we are right now, it is in Campbelltown and Minto. So this area less expensive than the Sydney CBD. So people can consider those have a affordability issues, those have a budget issues, so they can definitely consider just 10-20 minutes far from the CBD and get a very good property. Also, people in mind when they're coming from overseas, they are thinking always like the high-rise building, unit and flat, they are used to, but Australia more likely you will get the individual house.
Correct.
So different understanding than the flat, because over there has a body corporate to manage the flats and units, but in here you have to do your own lawn mowing if you are using your own house. So based on that, we can say depends on your locations. First you choose home, then you choose that how much you can afford, and third and most important, that your financial capacity. If your financial capacity is good, you can afford good properties. Also, another important people are thought maybe they will come and get the full furnished house, but mostly not furnished house.
Correct.
Then also we got a question from the internationals, just renter. They are saying, "Oh, my bill is included, all everything's." I said, rent means only rent.
Correct.
So all your water bills, your electricity bill, gas bill, all is separate. So you have to pay separately that things. Usually is per quarter. Every 3 months you will get the extra bill for that.
Correct.
So they have to know about these things. And other document wise, definitely they need the most important part. Those people don't have any previous rental ledgers, I mean rental history. It is a tough part in Australia to get a property. So what happened in here, if I don't know you before, so how can I trust? So if they don't have the rental ledger, the good part will be you have to show them all your valid documents, because those people are in a positions, they already knows that you are international student. So that means you don't have any rental ledger. But you have passport, you have an international driving license, you might have overseas any universities accreditation, whatever, and also maybe a visa copy. So that for initial documents, it will give a confidence to the property manager to give you the property. And always, it not like that, oh, I'm paying money, I'm getting property. No, it is not like that. You have to consider something, you have to be humble that, look, I need the property, could you please help me? And here they are sitting, all property managers, to help you. This is their business.
Correct.
Like Australia, they're saying, is the people our business. In here, property managers saying, you are our business as well. So we will look after our business, and definitely we have to look after our tenants. So that is the thing they are doing. So that's
Just to add to that,
Yes.
each document has a point structure to that, right?
Yes.
So could you please explain that?
In Australia, they are saying standard 100 points of ID needed. So usually the passport got the 70 points. Driving license also 70 points, but most Australian driving licenses, most of them they might don't have the Australian driving license while they're landing. So they can give you. They can give you their passport. They can give you any other international driving license, will be another 10 points. Any other like student ID card, if they have any, that is will be another 10 points. Then like this, we have a standard, or if you go in Google's and the 100 points of ID list in Australia, you can search it and you can find it. So especially we recommend go with the visa copy, bank statement copy, bank card copy, student ID card, passport copy. That is the will pretty much cover your 100 points of ID.
So immediately after someone lands on Australian soil, the things that they have to consider is secure all these documents, right? So they would have their passport, they'll have their international driving license. But you are saying for someone like us having a bank account?
Bank account, so the bank will give you the confirmation of the account, just letter, or if some bank issue an instant card, so you have an instant card as well. Or other things they can do with their passport, and wherever they're living, closest service NSW in Australia, they go over there, they can make it's called age card or proof of ID or proof of age card. So what this, they will show you your photos and your age. So that one you don't need any kinds of driving testing or anything, just it is identify you as a person with your details. So that type of proof of ID they can grab.
That's government ID.
Government ID from the service NSW. They will charge you. I don't know exactly how much is the amount, but definitely it is a straight way they can collect it.
So how much points that carry? That ID?
I believe that is 40 points.
40 points. So it should be 100, not less than 100, right, to secure a house?
If someone don't have anything at all, so then they will do it. Maybe they will give you the provisions. At the moment we are accepting with the 90 points because we don't have any other options, but you are bound to give the remaining as soon as you are collecting that one. It could be your utility bills. Also that one got a point as well. So you can collect a utility bill in here, just contact with any company wherever you're living. So that utility will come, gas bills, electricity bills, phone bills even. So that one also got a point. So you bring it in, just make your 100 points ready for the real estate agents, so then they can do that. The compliance part is 100% fulfilled.
Got that. So once I have secured a house and I've lived here for 1 year, 6 months, then things change, right? Now I have my rental history like you said, and then
so usually whenever the first day you move in a rental property in here, every single day you are moving, so you are becoming old in here, and also every week you are paying rent, you're creating your ledgers. So your ledgers will definitely will make you 6 month ledgers, will give you the proof that 6 months you rent in a property, you pay on times, you managing property good. So that is your thumbs up point. So they will say yes, you are the good tenant for the future property as well.
So now this ledger you said,
Yeah.
it has been maintained somewhere, right?
Like real estate agent and the property manager, they make every single times you
that
pay.
you submit it to government?
No, the real estate agents, they are maintaining for you. Whenever you ask, they are bound to give you.
And if in case I move out of this house and if I have to find another place,
Yes.
the agent there or the owner there would ask for this ledger from you, right?
No, you can ask that both party can do it. So usually system in here is like if you are moving to the other property. So that real estate or that property manager will request a reference from your previous real estate. So to give them a rental ledger and some question as well regarding you maintaining property good or not, that things. And also in here we found some tenant or some interested student lack of experience. They thought maybe they will not be connected each another. Sometimes they abuse, sometimes they misbehave, but they don't know that one actually damaging their credibility on the renting a next property.
So that's very critical. So here everything is so well connected. I mean, you can't get away with something that you have done. So you have to be very careful in maintaining the property, how you kind of take care of the rental house that you are in.
They always give you the rental reference check, especially if you go in a realestate.com. When they have your options to apply online. Over there has one of the conditions that you are authorizing on behalf of you to collecting your rental reference from the other real estate.
Okay.
So people, they say tick tick tick, I'm agree. So that agree mean you are giving authorization. So that real estate agents, the new one will definitely give a old real estate agent for a rental reference check.
Okay.
So over there has a bunch of question as well, like 10-20 questions there, that this tenant how much is paying. If you're lying over there, so you will caught in here, because they will declare. First question will be, you are renting is these persons or not? We say yes. They are how much they are paying. We're writing the exact amount, and then we'll say this property has been inspected. This property you found is a good condition or not. We have to say yes. If we say no, then we have to give the description as well why it is not good condition was there.
Okay.
So all these things, if met green tick 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 tick, then in the end of the day they will consider you as a best tenant and to give you their property to rent again.
Okay.
Otherwise, and the last question was, you will consider this tenant again to rent it out? If it is yes, then there will be okay. I can now trust him. That is the trusting issues, and especially someone $1 million property giving you to renting out. You are paying the rent. That means they give you the authority to utilizing it, not vandalizing. So that is the things you have to be considering here.
Sure. My next question is, how is the rental market now, Kabir? Because when we were in India, we had already read about it. So it was there online and then we could read about it, that there was a rental crisis happening in Australia, especially in NSW, Sydney region.
Yes.
So how is it now? Has it gotten better or is it still the same? Or is it true? Because we didn't experience. Thanks to you and Mr. Hariharan, we didn't experience.
You guys are lucky, one of them actually to got the properties the third day. But I like to say, everyone, put in your mind that at least 2 weeks you have to stay in hotels or Airbnb. It is not easy to get it without any reference, without any persons knowing you. Last week I had a bad experience with one of the family. They came in Australia with a kids, babies, very small 1-year babies. So it is very hard for them to organize all these things. So we recommend, if it is the family situation like this, maybe you can do a plan. Whoever taking the decisions, he come 1 week or 2 weeks early. He organize all the properties and everything, and rest of the family come 2 weeks later. Within 2 weeks, not gonna be big changes, but it will help you a lot. It is my personal opinion, but it is totally up to you. Whatever you like to decide. But yes, at the moment, rental market crisis is going on in the whole New South Wales, especially in Sydney and surrounding suburb. So keep in your mind that you have to be face some sort of shortage. Another most important things. Also, you don't have the new rules is New South Wales government made it. You can't do any real estate can't ask you over the price of the rent. If they advertise, they have to advertise in a fixed price. They can't do the auction in a rent. This is illegal. Now government says no, you can't do it. Like someone says this property price is 500. Real estate say, if you give me 550, I'll give you. If you give me 600, I give you. No, is banned, is illegal. They can't do it in
It
these
was
things.
like that, I think 3 months ago, 4
It
months ago.
just was like this, but nowadays real estate can't do that type of thing. So definitely it will be fixed price, but based on your accuracy, your document, they will decide. But we recommend, so whoever like the property, give you all documents, make the property manager life easy, and say everything is truth. So they will easily understand what is the genuine client, what is just doing something is making or falsifying things. They will understand. Show your genuinity, show your needs. Definitely property manager will understand, and they will consider your situations, and maybe they will give you the property, and easily you can move in. Also, before you move in, the most important things, you have to pay 4 weeks bond and 2 weeks rent in advance. Bond money you directly pay to the fair trading. The property manager, upon your application is approval, they will give you a what is called the bond link to your email address, and then you pay directly 4 weeks equivalent of rent to the fair trading as a bond. That money is yours. It will remain to the government account. Whenever you vacate the premises, as it is condition is gave it to you. If you return back same condition, 100% money will go back to you. But if you damage anything, they will take money from your bond. And 2 weeks in rent in advance always. In Australia, always it is not like this, you leave first then you pay. No, you pay in advance then you leave, then again before you start another 2 weeks you pay in advance, then you leave. So that's why you have to consider. So 6 weeks of rental money, it has to be in your account. Otherwise the property manager will not feel the confident that you can get the property in here. And definitely some sort of Australian contract or Australian referee is important as well. So on your application, don't miss to put someone is a local guardian, local referee, local friend's number there, so they can verify for yourself. And most important, they will do verification check must. They give the phone calls. They make the all property manager make the phone calls, reference check and everything for you. So definitely you have to be careful about it. So whatever you put in, make sure that he is receiving the phone calls and say, yes, I know that person.
And I think you would also consider the employment status, maybe submit your bank balance to say your financial condition is secure.
Yes. If you prove them that you got already job confirmations from, if you not come as a student, if you got as a employment nominations, or if you come direct to the jobs you got in Australia, give that type of document as well. It is most important that they will feel it that, oh, you have a job. So that means when you start a job in here Australia, they will pay you weekly or fortnightly. So that means on the next week you are getting payment. So as soon as you got your payment, so you can easily pay the rent. So they are feeling more secure for you.
Correct.
Yes, that is important.
So
as well.
that is one critical. Anybody who is coming on a sponsored visa with a job, it becomes easy for them. But somebody who is coming on a PR,
yes.
So you have left everything back there in India, you're coming in, starting over everything new. For them it becomes a little difficult because you will have to come here and search for a job. Now if you have to compare the rentals, Kabir, now we live in a suburb, that's Campbelltown suburb. Now if you have to compare it with Sydney CBD, now what is the difference? Because somebody asked me in our last video, somebody commented and asked me, how is the rental difference? Now I see whatever we get as a 2-bedroom flat here, for that same price you don't get a studio also there.
You can say this common scenery will be depends on how old the building, how other facilities is, how close to the all other shopping centers, school, hospitals and this system. But every property is different. No set price in here. But I can tell you the common factor will be in here as 45 minutes away from the Sydney CBD. You can straight away double or triple will be the rent to the Sydney CBD. So it is better if you stay a bit far until you get your own job and establish yourself. Then you can upgrade. In Australia, you at the beginning start with a 6-month contract or 1-year contract. So that means 6 months or 1 year you live in here. After that, you find your better place, you move in there if you think that is way. But to start with some things, start with affordable.
Correct. So it is better to stay away from the CBD, but stay close to the accessibility. Train station or even a bus stop.
Yes, you're right. So bus stop is important and also train station. Another good part in Australia is 99% train in on time. So that means if they says is 10:55, that means it's 10:55. Sometimes they come 10:54. Not they're coming is that 10:56. 5 minutes late will be train is not gonna
Which is a
happen.
good suburb according to you, Kabir? I mean, for someone like me who is starting over in Australia, which is a good suburb in terms of pricing, in terms of rental, in terms of connectivity.
uh, Personal opinions, usually you have to know that your health conditions, if you have a health issues, then you always prefer this close to the hospitals and which suburb got the hospitals and other stuff. Or if you bringing with the kids, you have to first finalize that which school your kids gonna go along with your job and other priority.
Correct.
So everyone their priority is different, so you have to think which one is your priority, your tick list. So you have to choose based on that.
Anything else, Kabir, you want to add to whatever you have told so far?
I can say, guys, this is the land of opportunity. This is the land of beauty. This is the country where is everyone feel for everyone. No higher class, no lower class, no middle class. Everything is the same in here. Everyone respect each and others. So it is the opportunity where you should put yourself first. And then the women empower is another important part in this country. They always respect, and you will feel that whatever you want to do it, you have the opportunity for it. So that's why I say it is the land of opportunity. We always respect these Australian beliefs and thoughts as well, and same as they also don't bother us to believe on your own practice as well, your religious or your cultural things. So that's why I say, guys, don't be hesitate, come in here and enjoy your life, establish yourself, and if you need further, so you can explore rest of the world as well. But at the moment, living wise, is Australia one of the best country in this world, and you guys should consider this country.
Thank you so much.
All good, Pradeep. Thank you very much.
It was nice talking to you.
Thanks to Hussain, Kabir, it was a lot of information that we gathered about rent. And he was very generous, giving us all the information about rent.
To summarize everything Hussain Kabir has mentioned in this video, there are 4 key things that you have to consider for getting a house in Australia. First thing is you have to make up your mind because of the rental crisis here. You will not get a house immediately or easily. So you'll have to consider staying in a hotel, Airbnb, or even at a friend's place for 2 to 3 weeks at least. Second thing, you would require a reference. Somebody who lives here, somebody who is a local here, you would require their reference to get a house. So reach out to someone who is already here and then just tell them that you would require their reference. Third thing is documents. You would need to complete 100-point identification. You would have your passport, you would have your international driving license. You would also require some of the local documents here like the bank account statement. Second being, you can register to Service NSW and get your photo ID card. And the fourth point is choosing your suburb. This depends on your requirement. Things to consider is accessibility, amenities, and your budget and affordability. So if you consider these 4 points, I think it becomes easy for you to pick a house.
If you feel this video is informative, please like, share, and subscribe, which will help us, which will motivate us to do more such videos. Thank you.
Thank you.